It's been a while, and I haven't started episode 3 of Biomenace yet. And, the finals are coming up, and I don't think I'm going to play it for another couple of weeks, so to, kind of tide you over, I'm going to do something to entertain you, and that's going to be something I'll call my top 8 series. And in this first episode, I'm going to share with you my top 8 favorite video games. The reason I choose the number 8 instead of 5 or 10 is because I really like binary and hexadecimal, so I really like to think in terms of 8 and 16 instead of 5 and 10 like most people do. So, without further ado, let's get this started. The Seiken Densetsu series and Secret of Evermore. Now, these are RPGs, but they're unique in that the battles are real time. It's none of that taking turns stuff, and you gain experience and levels, and that's the Seiken Densetsu games, also known as the Mana games. They're the standard cliche medieval Europe swords and dragons kind of RPG, but in Secret of Evermore, it's not related to it, but it obviously uses the same engine, and Secret of Evermore it has a bit more imagination to its story and atmosphere, and you're this kid and your dog, and you get sucked into this other dimension with these people that made up their own imaginary worlds and stuff. And as you go through it, you get this you get the sense that you're progressing forward in time. Like the first area is like this jungle caveman dinosaur place, and then you go to this like pirate Greek Egyptian area, and then the third place is this medieval Europe kind of area, and it ends in this futuristic space station place. So a lot of people who played both of these games, they say they like Secret of Evermore better, like despite the fact that the Mana series is a lot more in depth and there's a lot more of it. It's just because Secret of Evermore, I don't know, it's really one of a kind. And yep, that's enough on that. Holy mackerel! It's Cosmic Osmo! Yeah. A lot of people have never heard of this game, but just about everyone knows what Myst is, and very few people know that Myst had a few predecessors to it, and these were Cosmic Osmo, the Manhole, and Spelunks. And Cosmic Osmo, it was really a big part of my childhood. And what that is, I already gave you a hint of what the gameplay is like by mentioning Myst. It's really this open world exploratory thing, but it's really, there's not some overarching goal, or there's no adventure, and there isn't really complicated puzzles, although there is some neat stuff to do. It's really, you're just in there to have fun and explore Osmo's universe. And I've heard that recently there was a sequel to Cosmic Osmo called Cosmic Osmo's Hex Isles, and I looked at it a little bit, and I didn't actually play it, but I can't be more sorely disappointed, because it isn't anything like what Cosmic Osmo is supposed to be. It's like it's this platforming puzzle garbage where you play as Osmo. You're not supposed to be Osmo. It's supposed to be an exploration sandbox game. Why in the world would they do such a horrible thing to Osmo, one of my childhood heroes? And yeah, so I put a lot of time into this game. So yep, on to number 6. You know those people who hate something because it's too popular? They're like, ooh, it's so mainstream. Yeah, I'm one of those people, but Pokemon is a fine exception, because this game has been really close to my heart, and I've really become attached to some of the creatures I've buddied up with, especially my Noctowl and my Ampharos. And I really think people are ripping off this game way too much. That's obvious. You're seeing it everywhere. All these Pokemon knockoffs. And there's really nothing I can say that you probably don't already know, because this is pretty popular and doesn't really need any explanation. So let's go to number 5. It's Marathon and Pathways into Darkness. Now, this was a first-person shooter released in 1994, and Pathways into Darkness was its prequel. And I had those two games, or rather just the demos of those two games, when I was a kid, and back then I didn't make the connection that they were both made by the same people, but I still got the feeling that they were pretty similar. And the thing about these games for their genre is Marathon, for one thing, you read a lot of text in these terminals to get the story, and also you have to save points instead of just saving wherever you want, and you recover your health by sitting by these health panels and waiting for your health bar to go up. And it's very dark and creepy, and you walk very slow, so when you put all these things together, you get a game that's very slow paced. And Pathways into Darkness, you recovered your health by like falling asleep, and you moved even slower. So yeah, it was like not like the other shooters of its time where they concentrated on fast-paced action. It was very slow and put a lot of there's a lot of thought process going on. And people say that these games have some of the best stories of first-person shooters ever, and I think the first one is great, but I don't like the second one so much. It's not as creepy.